bodies are able to renew and revitalize so that they can not only survive, but thrive. Our bodies are in a constant state of renewal, making us younger than we think. There are approximately 75 trillion cells in the human body that are constantly being replaced with new cells. Your unique genetic blueprint is resilient and is capable of adapting to the many challenges that you will face. You are more than the sum of your parts. You are a miracle, designed by and for God, for purpose. Welcome to the miraculous and intriguing story of life. Welcome to Wonderful You.
My brain controls my nerves and my thoughts. I don't know, actually. What does my brain do?
Mental illnesses, confusion, depression, the whole emotions and things of the brain controls your whole body. So if you have problems with it functioning, you're going to get issues of anything and everything.
My brain system lets me think.
Is my thinking, my brain, what controls my thoughts and then how my movements happen and all that.
When you think of the brain, what comes to mind? I'd like you to think about one cell of the brain, a neuron. Let's look at a neuron. It has multiple parts. The center is the body of the neuron, which is where the DNA is. Just outside the body, there's a number of small branches, and they actually look like tiny little branches, and so we've named them dendrites. These tiny little branches are where cells receive instructions and signals from cells around them. Your first thought might be, from the 3 or 4 cells around them, which may be true, but the brain is so complex. There are some cells in the brain that we have now found have literally 10,000 dendrites, meaning to make a decision, that one cell takes signals from 10,000 other cells to carry out its function.
The brain contains 100 billion neurons making trillions of connections. The brain has an ability to rewire these connections. This is called neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity means that if you will use your brain to learn new things and perform new tasks, new synaptic pathways will be created. Short mental workouts have been shown to improve memory through the development of these new neuropathways. Neuroplasticity also means that if you don't use it, you will lose it. As a form of survival, the brain starts the process of synaptic pruning when existing synaptic pathways are not being used. Synaptic pruning happens in order to conserve vital energy. The average adult human brain weighs 3 pounds, representing only 2% of the body's weight, yet it consumes about 20% of the total caloric intake. That is a tremendous amount of energy for such a small organ.
There are so many issues now with the brain. We're seeing autism, ADHD, brain fog, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's disease. There's just an increasing number of people that are having issues with the brain. Well, what we're finding more and more is that the brain health is connected to gut health. So when our gut health is out of balance, the bacterial profile in the microbiome is out of balance, then it affects the brain. I speak to people every day with brain fog. They can't focus. They have ADHD issues, not to mention the issue with autism that we're seeing today. There's a lot of research related to Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, things we're seeing on the rise as it relates to gut health. In fact, they call Alzheimer's diabetes type 3 in a lot of cases. So we see these high sugar diets, these high processed food diets. And what people may not have realized along the way is when we have a diet that's high in sugar and high in processed foods, we're feeding bad bacteria. Those aren't the kind of foods and products that feed good bacteria. So we have to look at our diet. We have to look at the amount of processed foods, fast foods that we're eating.
The first thing I want to talk to you about today is to develop acceptance. You know, sometimes we just need to come to the realization that some things are, well, beyond our control. You know, we need to identify things we can change more than focus on the things we can't change. Things we can change are what we think about, our mood, whether or not we feel confident, and whether or not we feel we have a real sense of purpose. You know, all of these are going to help you to develop more acceptance in your life for the things that are working and the things that aren't. You can identify things you can do. And more importantly, once you identify the things you can do, follow through. You know, you can perform at your best, or you can settle for the life that you're living. Ask for help. Accept the past, and then move ahead with the present. It's amazing how when we can get ourselves out of the story that we're telling ourselves that's happening and get into what's really happening. Because in that moment is the moment we can develop the acceptance we need and to really help our minds get focused so that they're not so distracted with many, many things that may be true or may be from our past. We need to liberate ourselves from all of that to ensure proper brain health.
Do you wish you had more endurance, strength, and stamina? Would you like to have a stronger immune system? Or how about a healthier digestive system? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have a special gift we would like to give you. At Trivita, we've helped thousands of people improve their health and wellness, and we would like to help you too. When you call the number on the screen today, your gift will include this special guide called Your Amazing Body Systems. This informative guide will help you learn all about the body's systems and organs and what you can do to help support them to live a healthier and happy life. You'll discover how you can make simple but impactful lifestyle choices to help optimize the health of each body system for better performance and healthy aging. You'll also receive a free copy of the newly released book, 10 Habits of Wellness by Trivita CEO and founder Michael Ellison. In his book, you will receive meaningful tips and lessons on how to form the healthy habits you desire, from wisdom inspired from his own personal wellness journey. And to make this gift even more special for our TBN viewers, we are offering you a $25 gift voucher toward your first purchase of Trivita products and wellness coaching. Trivita's signature product line uses physician-approved, high-quality essential ingredients formulated for maximum absorption. Our commitment to safety, freshness, and product potency is backed by our 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. To receive this free gift, be sure to mention the code TRIVITAGIFT. There is no obligation, only possibilities for greater wellness.
Their brain system, I can't tell you. I don't know. I really don't know.
I think, things like Alzheimer's, forgetfulness, and a lot of different just things we lose brain activity as we age.
Now, when you think of the brain and the entire nervous system, you may think of it as a fairly fixed system. This has actually been a theory we've had for decades, but new research says the brain can change. How does it do this? The first is a concept I'd like you to understand known as neurogenesis, which sounds like what it is, neuron and genesis meaning creation. We used to think that it was only in a child that we're developing new neurons, but studies now from a variety of laboratories, both in the United States, Sweden, Germany, show that we are making new neurons from stem cells throughout our life. Let's say you're driving a car, and a red car drives by you. If I was sitting next to you and I said, "Did you see the color of that car?" If I asked you about a second after the car drove by, you would probably, having just seen it, said, "Oh, yes, that was a red car." However, if I asked you 5 minutes later, at a past intersection, what was the color of that car, you probably won't remember. So we actually have some influence over our memory. Now, what if I changed the question? What if, right after the red car drove by, I said, "I want to give you $1 million if you can remember the color of this car for a year"? Do you think you'll remember the color of that car? I bet you would. Now, at a physical level, what's happening then is you choose to reinforce that connection. There literally may be more than one connection. There may be a stronger dendrite connection. The cleft may be larger. The number of neurotransmitters may be greater and more diverse in number. All because I said to you and gave you an impetus to remember something.
The left hemisphere of the brain is used for analytical thought, logic, language, reasoning, math, science, and the right side function of the body. The right side of the brain is responsible for emotions, relation to space, imagination, creativity, and the left side function of the body. Brain waves are different degrees of energy measured in hertz, which is a cycle per second. There are 4 main frequencies of the brain. Delta waves range from 4 to 5 hertz. This is related to sleep and brainstem functions such as breathing, swallowing, heart rate, and blood pressure. The brainstem consists of the midbrain, pons, and medulla. Extended states of low delta can indicate low dopamine, while chronic states of high delta can be indicative of food sensitivities and even heavy metal toxicity.
So when we're looking at people that are suffering from depression or other, mood disorders or OCD, ADHD, things like this, we can look to the gut because 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut by the bacteria. So when that's compromised, we're actually blocking that production of serotonin. So it stands to reason that we wouldn't feel well, that we might feel depressed, we might feel just disengaged, disconnected. So once we restore that gut flora, whether it's adding a probiotic, improving the diet, these types of things, we can increase serotonin production in the gut and affect the brain.
So the second thing that you can do to improve brain function is to practice gratitude. There's so much to be grateful for. You're also going to reach out to help others who are less fortunate than you. In doing that, you're not only putting your own life into perspective and to say, I have a lot that I can contribute no matter what I'm facing, but you're also encouraging someone else to become grateful for where they are in their life. And by becoming grateful, you're going to release your body from so much of the toxic effect of how we tend to look at our situations. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is breathing deeply. This provides oxygen to all of your cells, including your brain cells. Oxygen is essential for the life of every cell in your body and is required for producing energy. The brain, as small as it is, uses 20% of the body's energy. And so it requires a tremendous amount of oxygen. We need to not only breathe in deeply, but we must also breathe out. As the brain and other cells burn energy, carbon dioxide is produced. And as we breathe out, we rid our body of excessive carbon dioxide. Take a moment every day and begin to breathe in deeply. Breathe into the deepest part of your lung. Don't just breathe into your chest and bring your chest up and down, but actually breathe so that your abdomen begins to descend. And then also breathe out fully. and you may find that you will improve not only your brain function, but overall energy production for your entire body.
God designed every aspect of your being for a specific purpose. The body systems He created were designed to work like a symphony. However, when one instrument is out of tune, it can ruin the masterpiece. At Trivita, we'll help you understand how your body systems work and what type of nutrients you need to help optimize them. When you call the number on the screen today, your gift will include this special guide called Your Amazing Body Systems. This informative guide will help you learn all about the body's systems and organs and what you can do to help support them to live a healthier and happy life. With the guide, you will understand how each body system has its own unique function and what role they play in your overall health and well-being. You'll also receive a free copy of the newly released book, 10 Habits of Wellness by Trivita CEO and founder Michael Ellison. In his book, you will receive meaningful tips and lessons on how to form the healthy habits you desire, from wisdom inspired from his own personal wellness journey. And to make this gift even more special for our TBN viewers, we are offering you a $25 gift voucher toward your first purchase of Trivita products and wellness coaching. Trivita's signature product line uses physician-approved, high-quality essential ingredients formulated for maximum absorption. Our commitment to safety, freshness, and product potency is backed by our 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. We are offering this free gift to you when you call the number on the screen and mention the code TRIVITAGIFT. There is no obligation, only possibilities for greater wellness.
Read, and especially the Bible, but also just reading in general.
My brain system, study more, be more relaxed, don't be so stressed.
And I try to get good, adequate sleep, try to take in good information through reading and videos and what I watch.
Okay, well, I know what I would do to promote a healthy brain. That is to renew my mind to the Word of God.
Theta waves range from 4 to 7 hertz. This is related to drowsiness and is the first stage of sleep. It is also related to memory, emotion, and limbic system functions. The limbic system of the brain is the emotion center of the brain. The limbic system consists of the amygdala, hippocampus, thalamus, hypothalamus, basal ganglia, and cingulate gyrus. Chronic states of low theta can lead to memory loss, while extended states of high theta can be indicative of ADHD. Alpha waves range from 8 to 14 hertz. This is related to resource management of cognitive activities throughout the brain, meaning the person is relaxed but alert. This is a creative state where one can solve day-to-day concerns with a sense of ease. Chronic states of low alpha can be indicators of chronic fatigue, while high alpha can be indicative of hypothyroid. Beta waves range from 14 to 30 hertz. This is a stress-related high alert and focused state of the brain. It can indicate hyperactivation and overprocessing. This state can keep a person safe when danger is detected, but prolonged states of mid to high beta can overpower other brain waves, leading to hyperarousal, insomnia, and worry.
When something occurs, such as me asking you to remember a red car, that's basically creating a new blueprint. You have designed a system where you are going to remember that red car. However, if the building blocks for those new dendrites aren't there, if the material for those neurotransmitters isn't there, your ability to remember that red car, even if I promise you $1 million after a year, won't exist. So it requires the building blocks to keep the memory. What are those building blocks? It's as simple as looking at the parts of the neuron which are involved in the memory. So, what are the neurotransmitters made of? What are the outside of the cells made of that create the dendrites? It all goes back to basic nutrition principles, very interestingly. And I believe it's been best proven by a gentleman named Dale Bredesen now, who has shown that by simply changing the diet of individuals, even with Alzheimer's, he can lead individuals to reversal of Alzheimer's, or at least improvement, by giving the body the building blocks so that when we attempt to make a new memory, we are in fact able.
So the last thing I want to talk to you about as it relates to brain health are essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids means that essential, meaning your body can't produce them itself. So you're going to need to feed your body essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids are found in avocados, fish, nuts, eggs, seeds. Other sources of fatty acids are found in things like olive oil, fish oil, and other polyunsaturated fats. You see, we want to limit the saturated fats, such as butter, cheese, and processed meats, and we want to increase the polyunsaturated, which are going to be found in a lot of the olive oils and the fish oils and things like that. You also want to avoid what they call hydrogenated and trans fats. I know that's a long word, but those are going to be things that, quite frankly, are going to be found in your fried foods and in margarine. As a busy professional, I use Trivita's NeuroShine to enhance my mood, my memory, focus, my concentration, and overall cognitive performance.
So when we have the appropriate building blocks and the appropriate blueprints, we give the brain the ability to change itself and experience this thing we call life.
Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension, shall guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus."
David declares in the book of Psalms, "I praise you, God, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful." Yes, you are created, wonderful, and designed to live with wellness. But many times when we think of wellness, we think of it as the absence of disease or management of disease to reduce symptoms. I would like to offer a different view of wellness. Think of wellness as the vitality and energy to do the things you love and purpose to do, to daily have positive emotions of love, forgiveness, gratitude, and acceptance, to have a relationship with God, your Creator, and know His purpose for your life. To live a life of wellness is a wonderful experience. But you say, "Michael, I don't feel wonderful. You don't know my life and the things people have done to me. I'm hurt. I'm angry. My health issues are serious. I don't see how I could ever experience this wellness." I also know what that feels like. I'm here in the Sonoran Desert, and just a couple miles from here, one day I was running up Troon Mountain and a pain shot down my left arm. I had never experienced anything like that before, and yes, I wondered if I was having a heart attack. I had just turned 50 and was doing my cardio exercise to keep my heart strong. My grandfather had died at 41 years of age with a heart attack. My father had been diagnosed with heart disease at 38 years of age. So heart health was really important to me. But this was no heart attack. This was the beginning of inflammation in my nervous system that over time would rob me of all quality of life. I knew fitness, but I did not know wellness. I did not understand the nurturing benefits of sleep or the dire consequences of sleep deprivation. I thought sleep was a waste of time, except when exhausted. 30 years with little sleep and an overactive adrenal gland, it turned my nervous system into a raging fire of pain. But it was in my pain, and when the medical doctors at a world-renowned clinic said, "Michael, you must change the way you think about health and life," it was then I committed to go on a wellness journey, to discover wellness essentials, to support my systems and organs, to make me well. That day, I also grabbed my arm and said, "You are His temple. I will learn to nurture." and nourish this temple. I will honor, respect, and accept how God created me to live with wellness and purpose. One by one, I discovered the essentials of wellness. And today, I'm happy to report to you, I enjoy the greatest wellness of my life, physical, emotional, and spiritual wellness. I invite and encourage you to go on your wellness journey with a mindset to discover and embrace the nutrients and the nurturing essentials of wellness. I think you might be amazed in the results that you will receive. You were created and designed to live with wellness. You are wonderful.
The mission of Trivita is to provide hope, health, and healing for people that want to experience greater physical, emotional, and spiritual wellness. If you've been inspired by this program, we have an exclusive gift offer for our TBN viewers to help you on your wellness journey. When you call the number on your screen today, your gift will include this special guide called Your Amazing Body Systems. This informative guide will help you learn all about the body's systems and organs and what you can do to help support them to live a healthier and happy life. With the guide, you will understand how each body system has its own unique function and what role they play in your overall health and well-being. You will also receive a free copy of the newly released book, 10 Habits of Wellness by Trivita CEO and founder Michael Ellison. In his book, you will receive meaningful tips and lessons on how to form the healthy habits you desire, from wisdom inspired from his own personal wellness journey. And to make this gift even more special for our TBN viewers, we're offering a $25 gift voucher toward your first purchase of Trivita products and wellness coaching. Trivita's signature product line uses physician-approved, high-quality, essential ingredients formulated for maximum absorption. Our commitment to safety, freshness, and product potency is backed by our 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. We are offering this free gift to you when you call the number on the screen and mention the code TRIVITAGIFT. There is no obligation, only possibilities for greater wellness.